Mental health is treated as a taboo in our country even today. It's not talked about, it's not taught about, and it's certainly not known about. People who often argue against the reality of mental health say things such as, how is being sad a disorder, man? It's all about your willpower and how strong you are, right? शराब छड़नी है ना तो फिर पुत्र बस हिम्मत रख डॉक्टर ने क्या करना. Even if I put aside the illogical nature of all these statements, since all of them can be easily proved wrong by medical research, the problem that I am facing today is that I don't even understand these statements. Let's look at the two types of health we have today, right? We have mental health, which is considered as a hoax by many, and we have physical health, which is considered as the only kind of health that exists, something that you need to take care of seriously. Now, the problem is that if you look at these two from a logical perspective and consider the differences and similarities between these two, not only do they both come out to be equally important, mental health actually comes out to be the more serious of the two and the tougher to treat of the two. How, you ask? Let me explain. Well, I'm not only talking about the medical evidence which suggests that mental health is a very real phenomena and not just something related to willpower and determination. It's much more than that, firstly. What I am talking about is comparing the two healths on a whole separate level. You see, health, physical or mental, is something which we as humans are not in control of. Both of these have problems in them. Both kind of problems, whether mental health problems or physical health problems, they occur without us wanting them to occur, without warning us that they are going to occur. If we talk about physical health specifically, when we get a cardiovascular problem, for example, we go to the doctor or maybe even a surgeon in the long run. We get medication, we get surgeries, and the doctor repairs us. The doctor fixes us essentially. In physical health, therefore, the doctor is the major stakeholder in one's health, with about 90% of everything being in the doctor's hands. However, in the case of mental health, the party having a majority of control and stake changes from the doctor to the patient. The doctor, sure, still is a stakeholder in mental health, but he or she can only diagnose the problem and maybe give some medication to you, while the major part of getting better in mental health relies on the patient, because it is the patient who has to want to get better in order to get better in mental health problems. A heart patient or a patient undergoing any kind of physical health problems might not want to get better but can still get better because the doctor is the one who has to do all the work. The doctor does all of the work there and with maybe little or even none investment from us and our families, right? In mental health, however, there are no surgeries. There are no doctors who can cure you. It's you who can cure you. It's you who can treat you majorly. There is only one doctor and some medications, all of which are futile without a want in the patient to get better. A depression or an addiction patient has to want to get better in order to get better. If you look at it from this perspective, mental health is so much more harder to cure. In fact, I think I misspoke. It has no cure. It has only treatments. How many times do we really want to improve ourselves as adults? How many times are we interested in becoming better people, in investing in ourselves as humans? It's not necessary to have any of these mindsets to deal with physical health problems, but we can be able to in fact, we can be able to deal with physical health problems without these questions as well. But when we talk about mental health, these problems are the solutions. It's not necessary in physical health, but it is surely necessary to answer these questions when we talk about mental health. Thus, for people with mental health concerns, it's actually harder compared to someone with a physical health problem. For a person suffering from cardiac arrest, the major challenge is for the doctor to diagnose and to repair. But for a person undergoing addiction, the challenge is not for the doctor, but it is for the patient who is battling with himself or herself. And it's not only even the patient, it's also the patient's family who is battling a problem with them every step of the way. Thus, I do not understand why we do not pay enough attention to mental health problems, because while many physical health problems are curable and even preventable to an extent, all mental health problems are much more harder to even treat. Forget treatment, oftentimes we aren't even aware that we have a mental health problem. In a way, mental health problems are self-decapitating for the patients because Mental health problems causes a patient to not want to get better, and the solution to a mental health problem is the want to get better. They take away the very first thing which is needed to solve a mental health problem, the motivation to get better. For liver failure, we can get a new liver. For a kidney failure, we can get a new kidney. But for depression, anxiety, addiction, schizophrenia, and the endless list of mental disorders, we can't just go out, spend money, and get a new us. We have to work for it, and that's the challenge we need to beat.